All right. I'm trying to move my salt and my strawberries out of the frame before we start. All right. On the last video, I was looking at this fake satirical billboard, and we looked at some of the questions that if you do this search with Google Lens, you get some of these suggested questions. And one of the things I was saying is, really, the question that usually I want to know is the question that Sam Weinberg and I talk about in our book Verified, which is just, is this what I think it is? Or is this what people think it is very often, right? Is this what people think it is? And that's actually like a really useful question. And it's not a question that you have here. So I just got interested. I thought, hey, it might be a fun, short, hopefully short video to just take, is this what people think it is, and apply it to a couple of these things. And so I have no idea how this will go, but we will find out. So let's search with Google Lens, and we'll take this, hop to AI mode, and we'll just say, is this? It says, look, there's no response available for this search, right? And that's fine. We're just going to say, is this what people think it is? And hopefully it'll give us an answer then. Remember, we had this problem before with this particular thing where it just would not answer the search. So hopefully this is a broad enough question where it does it. So it says here, is a satirical image and not a satirical project and not a real company. Is designed as a critique of the AI's industry's marketing and the rapid push, etc. I mean, pretty good. For a short paragraph, pretty good. We have our follow-ups that go in much deeper than that. But if we're looking for the shortest, just a really short summary that gets to the point, this is pretty good. So let's try it on this one here. Now, you'll remember this one is a news broadcast saying that Israel is not ready for another war. And really the big piece here that you should know, right? The big thing where you should know what it is that this is Iranian state TV, right? This is Iranian propaganda, state propaganda, right? And so maybe what they're saying is true and maybe what they're saying is false, but it has to be read in that context. So let's take a look. Let's see if we can do it. If we can, this is going to be the simplest follow-up ever if this works across a variety of things. I really should test it with more things before I... Okay, so we go to AI mode, and we're just going to go, is this what people think it is? Now, I don't know if this will work. You notice I just hopped over, just whatever I was doing, I'm just forget about that. We're doing this. Okay. PressTV is an English language news owned by the state-controlled Islamic Republic of Iran Broadcasting. It was launched to counteract the lies of Western media, and its content is often used. This is pretty good, man. This is pretty good. I probably should have queued up more examples here because we're just bowling through these, and it's cutting through these like butter. According to a report by the ADL, Press TV has been accused of promoting anti-Semitism, Holocaust denial, and anti-LGBTQ plus rhetoric. Wow. All right. So let's try this one here. This is a piece of this is a simulation that was done to show what a spacewalk would look like that aired on CBS, and is often used by people that believe that we faked the moon landing as example of just how horribly ludicrous it is to believe that people could watch this on TV and think that this was real. But of course, nobody was watching this on TV and thinking it was real, right? This was introduced as a simulation because guess what? It's very hard to get a camera outside a spacecraft that is going to capture that in this way. And so they had to, as they were listening to the radio communication back and forth from spaceship to the Earth, they had to have some video to kind of show people, to give them an idea what went on, and they use this. They use this simulation stuff. So again, it's not proof that hey, they were faked. Everybody knew this was a simulation at the time. So let's try. Is this what people think it is? All right. I'm going to do this response here too, which captures people laughing at it. And then we're going to go to AI mode, and we're going to say, is this what people think it is? And it seems to be resubmitting that image along with that question. And so we'll see. The video is a simulation, not actual footage. This is actually pretty awesome. I mean, again, for a short answer, this gets you what you want. The video is a simulation, not actual footage. The original CBS broadcast, hosted by Walter Cronkite, labeled the video as a McDonnell simulation, referring to the McDonnell Aircraft Corporation. And here we go. And then it links us to the fact checks. I don't know. Can we get more here? Like, we're 6:16 into this. This one's super hard. We'll see what this does. This, a lot of things get what this actually is wrong. This is actually a recreation of a non-flying version of the whatever. What do you call it? Fuselage? Is that what's the middle part of a plane? Like JFK Air Force One. It's not a real plane though. So this gets AI overview gets this wrong. AI mode will probably get this wrong too. But the question is really about this map, right? Is this what people think it is? And what the map is not a flat Earth map. It's I forget what they call it, like an azimuthal projection. It actually has the U.S. at the center, and it's actually on there because if you think about flight distances or distances of ballistic missiles, one of these maps shows you essentially how far, in this case, how far everything is from Washington, D.C. If you kind of look at the map and you see, like, here's Washington, D.C., and this ring is this many minutes of ballistic missile distance or flight distance or whatever. This ring is this many. And so really kind of a helpful map to have during the Cold War on Air Force One. But let's see what it says here. So not a flat Earth map, right? Circular emblem on the wall, while sometimes associated with flat Earth theories, is actually an azimuthal equidistant projection map used by the United Nations. It's not actually used by the United Nations. So it's getting this wrong, but actually almost everybody gets this wrong. It just these LLMs can't see photographs, in the way that we can see photographs, and so it just completely borks it. If you want to see if you want to see United Nations, the United Nations uses this, but they use a polar projection, and this isn't a polar projection. But almost all the LLMs get this wrong because they can't really see that thing there. But this map is a standard way to represent the spherical Earth on a two-dimensional surface and accurately shows directions and distances from a central point, in this case, the North Pole. So it gets that wrong, but it gets the point. It gets the point right. In this case. And again, I haven't found an LLM that accurately can look at this map. It's kind of disturbing. Like, that we've got to get better with some of this with images because LLMs are just so bad at images that are similar. They just mess up so much. But it does get the point, right? It does get the point here that this is an azimuthal projection, and you can kind of work from that. What about something really toxic like this here? This is largely saying, hey, look, the Nazis came up and they cleared out child predators, and they cleared out child exploitation in Berlin, right? Berlin. So What about that? Can we do that? Search that, AI mode, and then say, is this what people think it is? Oh, I completely paused. Okay. Uh, Dangerous distortion exploits a superficial and misinterpreted observation to justify and downplay the actions of the Nazi regime. Um, uh, they took advantage of real social to create a false narrative that they were cleaning up society. Um, and this is good, actually. This is a good summary. They didn't eliminate forms of exploitation, they replaced them with these state sanctioned, highly controlled, and brutal systems of sexual exploitation. They dehumanized, precursor to larger atrocities. And then I wish they would talk about the fact that they didn't save the people that were in these brothels. They put them like in camps and in detention, right? They considered those people in there degenerates. And so again, I think a really useful response, even though I completely borked that spelling. All right. So this is actually pretty promising, and we've gotten to 11 minutes here. But again, is this what people think it is? As a follow-up, I'm going to put that in. I think it's done really well.